You see what it is, man. Well, actually, you don't see what it is because this is the packaging that it came in. But you saw the thumbnail. I'm unboxing that InArt Batman v Superman Henry Cavill Superman figure. Man, this is so dope. But I want to show you. I got this from toysassemble.com. I just wanted to show you how they package it, man. I won't, of course, show you my address. But this definitely came from out of the country, and it is packed up really well. Great job on how they package their stuff. Definitely had to pay a tariff of like $30, which sucks. But, you know, this figure came out about a year ago. So, you know, and it's InArt. InArt, you can't buy directly from a US store unless you're doing like eBay or something. So it's just going to come with a cost of being a store that isn't shipped directly to the US. Either way, just wanted to show you how well they package their figures. Let's get this thing open. And here we are, man. Now, let me tell you something. This was packed in a box, in a box, in another box. This is 3 boxes later. Toys Assemble packaged this in the most durable box. But InArt also has a box. And in that InArt box is another box that contains this box. So honestly, the figure should be, like, there should be no anxiety about how well this figure is going to come to you. Because with all that packaging, I don't see how it can get damaged in transit. But this is what you have right here. This is the actual box of the figure. Pretty beautiful. Has this slip cover, which we will take off. Kind of revealing Henry Cavill's face behind that. As said Superman, I wonder if, well, there isn't a Batman one yet. Batman one is coming, and I wonder if they'll have the bat symbol with Affleck's face. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. In the plastic, is brand new. And here we go right here. If you seek his monument, look around you. But it's kind of interesting, like it's written in like Joker lettering. So, that's interesting. And again, 1/6 collectible figure, InArt logo right there. And underneath, all the licensing, blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's get this thing open. Usually I'll skip past this thing, but I'll bring you on this journey as I remove the plastic and unbox the figure. Because I think the way they have this packaged is part of the fun of taking this out. Now, if you watch my last video, my Hot Toys Superman David Corenswet figure, this is my first time jumping into the 1/6 scale. It's something I always admired from a distance. I really loved the Superman movie and wanted it and saw the quality of it. And I was torn between that one and the InArt. And then this kept popping up, the InArt Cavill, and I'm such a Cavill fan. I thought it'd be great to have these two side by side. I'm not going any further right now. I don't have the space, and these are expensive. But I was really excited to jump in. As you can see, I'm a Superman fan. So these are the perfect figures for me to jump into the 1/6 collection. And when InArt drops his Christopher Reeve, we'll see what happens. Let's open up this box. I think, how do you do it? Ugh. For those of you who don't watch my videos, it's kind of raw, not a whole lot of editing. You get to see my reaction in real time, but it's over here and it opens up. Oh, this is just such a premium feel, man. Like you really feel like you're getting a piece of art. And then we have this right here. Let's open this bad boy up. these are pieces of art. I mean, all of my figures are to me, but this is actually a piece of art. You get this card right here, which is pretty dope. And it's pretty thick. And then we get just, I don't know. Then you get this really cool envelope, which, what does it house? And it's a letter, man. To all of our supporters, this means something. It's all some people have. This means something. It's all some people have. It's all that gives them hope. Superman, a character, and it's just really cool. It breaks down Superman's character here. You can pause it if you want to read it. But that's like, it's just a nice touch. It's like, you know, whenever my mom shops at like Louis Vuitton or gets one of those things, it's like, it's an experience. You know, you get certain things with those expensive bags. And here we have the directions, which is really, it's premium. Now, I've seen enough of these unboxings, so I may not need the directions. Wow. 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 Let's take out some of these accessories. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands. Now, this unbox, I should have said in the beginning, we're going to pair this up with the David Corenswet figure to see how they look side by side. But here you go. Here's a hand that will be holding the cowl. I won't take all these hands. I won't put them in all these hands. I'm going to do a short where we can really like pose them and see with all the different hands. I'll save that for my short. But let's get this guy out of the box. Man, this is pretty cool. A lot of hands. Love all the hands. Love all the hands. Love all the... Can never have too many hands, man. And of course, we get this kryptonite spear, which is excellent. Look at that. Pretty sharp, but plastic, and it's not too bendy, so be careful. This could definitely snap on you, although it feels like it's made pretty well. This is dope. I might just keep this on my desk because I'm not going to post Superman holding this. Look at the detail here. Gotta save Martha. Why did you say that name? That's pretty sick, man. We get this head sculpt. Which I'm really excited to take a look at. Like this is my first time seeing InArt in hand, man. And oh, look at that. And his hair was wet here. Now his hair it's all, molded plastic, but it looks really good. And in here, so you can see, you can move the eyes with your hands. No, we don't want him cross-eyed. And this is a really cool effect as his eyes are starting to heat up. And you almost see like the veins around his eyes as like all the solar energy and power is coming. That is great. I was never that big of a fan of what they did with Henry Cavill's hair as Superman. It's so strange to me that they would just slick it back. His hair is naturally curly. Like his hair naturally falls into the Superman curl. Very similar to David Corenswet. But they just want to slick it back so much. But what a great head sculpt. We'll put that there. Before we get to the figure, I know there's more accessories. There is. Okay. We have these pictures, these disturbing pictures, these baby Polaroids of Martha Kent. Dude, these are so crazy. Diane, all these are bizarre looking. That is so strange. Man, Lex was real confident Superman was going to lose his crap and just kill him there. Because anybody else would have. Oh, here's a base. Nice and heavy. Nice and heavy base. The House of L. And these nice little, like, it came out the ground. These are soft. And in here, I believe there's a magnet situation. And we'll get there when we get there. But, and this pops off, which gives you the flight stand. It's pretty cool. Not too big, which I don't mind. And then, of course, we have the flight stand, which I'll be using. I like having my Superman fly. It's like a pose, but it's kind of static. Probably typical for InArt. Like I said, this is my first time collecting InArt. And this is the grenade that he catches before it explodes with kryptonite. Great details right there. Excellent details. And then we get this kryptonite right here. A lot of accessories, man. Way more than the Corenswet Superman. But they gave us crypto, so. But this is this hunk of kryptonite or poop. But it looks exactly how it looked in the movie. And this is pretty freaking cool. Now, I'm not going to pose my Superman holding this because Superman is a good guy to me. But I think this is really cool. This cowl and how he's like holding it. You see the handprint in. I mean, it looks just like Affleck's cowl. And it's pretty soft too. So light, so it's not going to weigh the figure down as you pose it. And we have this wired cape right here. We'll get to this. I will put the other cape on. So, whoops. Sorry about that. Like I said, we do these things raw, baby. All right, let's get some of this stuff out the way so we can really get a look at this figure. And of course, like I said, I'll be comparing him to the David Corenswet figure. Not really comparing them, but just having them stand side by side. Right? Superman of two different universes. And here we are. Oh boy. This is beautiful. Hold on. Beautiful. Man, now, wow. Ugh. First impressions is pretty wow. Pretty wow, man. I'm just gonna take, yeah, it's my first time just taking a look at it. Wow. The suit is very thin. Very thin. Now this guy Riley does unboxings and things, and he put the figure in a pose to see how it would handle with the thin material, and it held up. Wrinkled, but it held up. So I think this suit is pretty durable, man. But his body is actually metallic, and that's what gives it that kind of metallic look. Like this is a thin suit over a metallic kind of chromed out body, which is pretty similar to how Cavill wore his suit, especially in Justice League, where he had this kind of chrome undersuit, and so it looked like his muscles were coming out of it. 360. Love the cape. It's light, but it has pleats, so it's a perfect drape cape. I wish Hot Toys gave Corenswet the drape cape. And then back here is the zipper, and this is where we can attach the flight stand. We'll do that in a second. But this is the back. And then the details are great. You can see right here, just really great details. I think it really matches the movie. It is thin, and I'm interested how it holds up over time. The emblem House of L is just gorgeous, man. My favorite suit is the Man of Steel suit, but the colors are way too dark. And the Justice League suit's brighter, but the muscle, it just looks too muscly, or at least the way Joss Whedon color corrected it. So Batman v Superman to me is like the best happy medium. I love the colors the best. And to me, Superman's suit it's about the color more than anything for me. That belt right there, and the boots are pretty cool. I didn't realize his boots were like a different shade of red. Did you guys realize that? And it's all one piece. I didn't realize they came up to a point in the back either. And I think the head portrait's really good. I think it looks like Henry Cavill. The eyes are a little crazy. I'll fix them. Yeah, let me fix these eyes. Comes off pretty easy. Let's just take a look at his head. These eyes are great. These eyes, I think, are way better than the Hot Toys. They look more real. Hot Toys are just too glossy. Here we go. Look at that head sculpt. The sideburns. They really did a great job with that paintwork. Freaking excellent, man. Oh no, his eye. That's not how I want his eye to be. Then be careful putting it in. Okay. Articulation, pretty good. I'm being very delicate, but you can get him going. I mean, the suit does stretch. It does stretch. Now, I will say it can ride up in positions and you'll get some of this. I don't like the fact that this little wrist peg should be flesh tone, and you definitely can see that. So like there's certain, you just have to adjust. You may not be able to have him flying off like this because you'll just see that, which is unfortunate. But I don't know if you'd want to keep him in that pose anyway. Here, you know, they're not Mafex figures. They're not meant to be crazily posed. And to be honest with you, Superman, I mean, this is pretty loose. That's scary loose. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Let me know with InArt. This side is actually not that loose. So that's a little scary loose. And yeah, this hip joint's a little loose. That's scary. Because if it pops out, I wouldn't know what to do. And you can get him flying like this. No toe articulation, but this. I showed my mother the David Corenswet, and she's like, "Oh, it's like a Barbie doll." And I'm like, not exactly. Sure. And if you were to fly, yeah, you can get good ab crunch. Back bend. And then crunches forward just a little bit. It feels like a stocking, like a stocking. More durable. Like I don't think it's gonna run on you. For those of you who's ever seen pantyhose that run. It's not like that. But it's definitely fragile. Not fragile. It feels like it could be fragile. Love the cape. Okay. Can I take these out effectively? Oh, that's pretty simple. I think I like drape capes more. I do love a good drape cape, but if I'm going to pose him with Corenswet, this one's giving me a hard time. If I'm going to pose him with Corenswet, then I want him in the wired cape because Corenswet's cape is wired. But the pleats is also well done. That's what gives it that drape look. Let's see if I can get this wire cape on him pretty easily. Hope so. If not, I'll just pause it. But, there's something about being able to do this stuff pretty easy because you don't want to make it a hassle every time you want to repose your figure. And I have to say that was very easy. Very freaking easy. Very strong wire. Very strong wire. Gotta unfurl it a bit, if that's the term. Really big cape. Extremely thick wire, it feels like. So yeah, that's a big cape. So you can, and the wire's pretty firm. Definitely don't want it to be just kind of poking up at the top. So I have to play with it some, but there we go. There we go. Let's check out. Whew, it's a lot of cape. The wire's almost too strong for my liking, but when he's on the flight stand. So let's take a look at what are we going to do first. And I'll put him with all his accessories and stuff in a YouTube short and do some posing. I won't say cool posing because I'm not the best poser, but I will show you the alternate head sculpt. And right now I'm looking for that magnetic hand. Now, I will never be posing him with this head because as much as people like an evil Superman, I don't. Like, I get the whole Dark Knight Returns thing and the whole evil take on Superman, but I'm not. Superman's joyful and he smiles. Like, that's my Superman. And no knock to this one. This is cool, but I prefer my Superman to be happier. So when I make my short, yeah, I'll put him in this because I'll have him and maybe Corenswet like fighting. Who is the best Superman? Dun, dun, dun. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep it to the regular head sculpt. I'm looking for the magnetic hand that I just had. Like I said, we do things pretty raw over here. There we go. So I can show you how easy it is to remove his hands. That wants to hold on. It wants to hold on. Okay. Takes a little elbow grease. Getting this hand on isn't as easy. Should be showing you. Yeah, getting the hand on, it takes a little force, and I just want to be careful with it. But if you see me struggle, maybe you won't struggle so much. Jeez. They could have done a better job. You don't want to ruin the figure, but anyway. The hand would go here. Yeah, there's a magnet, as you can see. Try one more time. Jeez. You don't want to feel like you're breaking the figure just to get the hand on. Dang it. All right, to be continued. Man, that was a pain in the freaking butt. Wind up going back to his regular hand. That took a lot to put his hand back in. Like, the peg just, you really got to push it in. And doing so, you're grabbing the material, you're grabbing the arm, and it just feels not safe. So I don't like that. I don't like that it takes that much effort to change the hands. That's not fun at all. Anyway, let's get him on his stand. Okay, so where are we? So that's pretty, and yeah, you see the metallic right there. So you can remove this portion, stick this in his back, zip it back down, which is easy, thank goodness. And then you throw him in his stand. And then you pose him. And this suit does feel like it will hold up. I'm not going to keep it in any crazy poses, but it does. Feels like it's going to hold up nice. Okay. So how dope is it to have this on the shelf? And that is dope to me. That is dope to me. Why Why argue about who is better, man? We have both. Both can exist. And they're both great for completely two different reasons. Wow. Wow. I will say the Hot Toys feels like it's made better. Although this InArt one, it's a year old. How good do they look together, though? How good do they look together, though? Man. Team the multiverse, bringing these guys together. And you can see, like, Corenswet's eyes are just weirder. Yo. It's pretty cool. And yes, Corenswet is taller, and he's taller than Henry Cavill in real life, so these do scale well together. Just for funsies. What do you guys think? Oh, his eyes went crazy. I will say I do like the way Hot Toys, you have a tool, so the eyes don't just go crazy when you change out the head. But what do you guys think? This is a little harder to put on. Let me see if it'll let me. I'm probably going to regret this, the pain it's going to take. But he don't got no neck. So you got to kind of rest it. This is funny. It's just funny. Now I'm just having fun. Now I'm just playing with my toys. Now I'm just playing with my toys, everybody. And it wasn't that hard to put back in. Although I don't think it's all the way back in. Or it might be. Let's see. I have to say I am very happy with this figure. Most likely, more than anything, I'm happy to just have them together. I think that's really cool, man. I will say this figure came out about a year ago, and Hot Toys is better in just about every way from a manufacturing standpoint. Like, this one feels much more fragile. His hip is very loose. Even the way, putting the head on kind of moves the eyes around. So I think Hot Toys, just, this figure's a year older, so it's just better in those ways. The hands are softer, therefore it's easier to put the hands in, stuff like that. I'm very curious to see how the InArt Corenswet Superman compares to this one. We've only seen the prototype, but I'm curious to see when it's ready to release from just a manufacturing sculpt standpoint, how it stands against the Hot Toys one, in its durability, in its posability, in the fabric's durability. So just all the illities. But like I said, I'm just really happy to have these both in my collection. I'm fairly new. I am very new to collecting 1/6 scale figures. So there's probably a bunch of things I didn't mention. Like, I don't care that I see a line right here. It's still a toy to me. So there's certain things you might be looking for a little bit more biased about that I'm personally just don't really mind too much. But that being said, oh, let me show you. I didn't show you the close up of the hands. So yeah, so like I would say, like the Hot Toys hands just look more realistic. But like I said, this figure is about a year old, so we'll see what the other one look like. But anyway, I'm just really happy to have these both in my collection. Hey, Superman. And they both say, Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching this. Thank you for checking out. Thank you for my very scattered unboxing and comparison. You're pretty much getting it raw with me. You know, there's so many toy tubers who edit flawlessly and seamlessly. For me, you're getting my real reactions out the box and how I handle these things. And maybe I'll change it up, maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. But I'm just really happy to be a collector, and I'm very happy to be a Superman fan. Anyway, thank y'all so much. Sundays we go live talking about all the geek stuff. I got another unboxing I'm gonna try to knock out this week. We'll see. But if I don't, happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Peace.